Hi, hello, and how are ya? Welcome back to my channel. I'm Serena, and I need a quick win this week, my friends. The fall ick has hit my household. I have somehow miraculously dodged the ickies and feel rather healthy, but I still have to take care of my little minions to make sure they are on their road to recovery. So this week I've decided to pull some of my things that have been sitting in my pile of thrifted crap that they fit, but I'm not in love with yet. So 99% of my wardrobe is thrifted, including what you are wearing here. Basically, if you see me out in the wild, you can 100% assure yourself that I either thrifted the outfit that I'm wearing or I made it. And probably about 50% of the time, the materials that I make my outfits are thrifted or secondhand or repurposed or whatnot. So I love to go thrifting. It is my me time. It is my endorphins chaser because I love a good bargain. But oftentimes I come home with things that I love but don't really super duper love, and they just go into a pile to languish because for some reason thrift stores decided not to put in dressing rooms anymore. So I've decided to pull 3 things or maybe 4 things out of my pile and just finally figure out how to wear these because I want to wear my thrifted things. So we are going to start with this pile right here of beige, sad beige clothes for sad beige people. I love that channel. Okay, so I love this little peasant top, but I don't like the color because I'm a messy person and I get stuff all over myself. Same thing with these really cute vintage 90s cream cords. Not my favorite. This even still has the tags on. Let's see what year. Yeah, so I bought these cords in the year of 2022. So last year, actually in October of last year, and I still have yet to wear them because I don't like the color. So I'm gonna change that up. Don't like the color of this either, and I'm pretty sure both of these, the cords are 100% cotton, and the shirt, I'm pretty sure it's 100% cotton too, because I generally don't buy non-natural materials. It is also 100% cotton, so I'm just gonna throw both of these in the same dye bath and see how they take. I'm not sure what color, because I'm not sure what color I have in my stash. I'm pretty sure I have a green, and green is like my favorite color at the moment, so I might just, throw them in some type of green bath. So hopefully that will be easy breezy. So my next easy project this week is finally hemming these 90s vintage Old Navy overalls. They are corduroy. They are fabulous, but they are about 3 inches too long because I am a short person. So hopefully that will be easy. That is basically the only thing that is preventing me from wearing these. The last project hopefully this week will be easy, but it's going to be a little more complicated. I thrifted this cute little boho cottagecore inspired dress. However, I don't like the ruching. Ruching and mama belly just makes mama look pregnant when she is definitely not pregnant. So I am going to attempt to take the ruching out of this and figure out how to make it look like I am not a pregnant lady. So
I have been listening to a ton of free audiobooks through the Libby app. For those not in the know and live in the United States, Libby is a free digital library app through the public library system. All you need to have is a library card to access a ton of free books. I am really enjoying all of the Allie Hazelwood books right now. I thought to start from the easiest fix to the hardest. All I had to do with the overalls was to mark my new length with some chalk and get to hemming. I am actually wearing set overalls as I edit this video and mad at myself for not hemming them sooner because they are so comfy. Next was to tackle my dye jobs. I dug around in my stash and found a bottle of right dye in the color of dark green. After bringing a huge pot of water to almost boiling, I poured the dye, some dish soap, and about a cup of salt into the pot. Took the pot off the heat, gave it a quick stir, and submerged my pants and shirt. As best as I could, I stirred the pot every 10 minutes for about an hour. Rinsed the dye out of the clothing and threw them in the wash, hoping the dye sticks, and this wasn't a horrible mistake.
All right, pretty confident. I highly suggest getting like lowball projects done all at once because it feels pretty rewarding. My overalls are done. They're pressed. They're ready for me to wear tomorrow. My dye projects are in the wash, going through. Hopefully, I got all the dye out and it's as green as I want it to be. My hands are kind of dyed. So now I'm going to snuggle up on the couch and watch some Disney movies and take my newly purchased seam ripper, because I can't find my nice seam ripper, and try to take the ruching out of this and contemplate my life on tackling this dress. Wish me luck.
In fact, the original 1989 Little Mermaid was the very first movie Little Serena saw in the movie theaters. I distinctly remember being terrified at Ursula. As an original Little Mermaid fanatic, I highly recommend the live-action remake.
Okay, so about a couple days later, I have meticulously unpicked all of the shirring and took apart the seams. I am hoping to do a pattern that I've already done. This one right here, my Outlander inspired linen plaid dress. I used McCall's M8108, this pattern, to do this, and I think this pretty much fits me. So I'm going to use the bodice pattern right here with the top paneling of my orange dress. I'm not going to do the yoke, this part. I think I'm just going to figure out how to do the sleeves. So here is the sleeves from the orange dress. There's elastic in the shoulder area. The problem that I had with the fit of the original dress is that this elastic area was too big, so it kept on sliding down. So I think if I just shorten that, it'll be fine. A change that I'm going to do from this dress has a side zipper that I'm not going to do because I don't have an orange invisible zipper to match this dress. So I'm going to try to do a front button closure that I'm going to hopefully, like, there is barely any like room in the front panel to do the bodice after it was ironed, the sheared part of it after it was ironed. Like, there is just enough room to cut my bodice piece. And so there was that ruffle, if you guys remember, on the bust. On the bust there was this ruffle, so I ironed that out. I think I'm going to use this for the flap. What do you call that? For the buttons. And I still don't know what buttons I'm going to do. I'm going to worry about that after I actually get it. I'm going to serge all the edges. I'm going to line it. I will just fold down the edge and top stitch it. Here's hoping. Okay, so here's my pattern pieces all laid out. This is double fold right here, my back, my side front, and then right here is my bust panel in the front. So I'm going to cut these out first and then figure out how to do the front button band.
Before sewing all the pattern pieces together, I serged all the edges so the dress would wash up nicely without fraying. Luckily, I also found some orange bias tape in my stash to use so I would not have to fold down the top of my bodice. Double luckily, I was able to cut the front piece of my bodice with enough room to make a button enclosure without having to cut into that ruffle piece. It's time to move on to the skirt. The dress wasn't going to fit over my bust without some type of cutout in the waist. So I cut about a 2-inch slit for the continuous lap band to give me that ease over my bust. With that done, it was now time to gather the skirt onto the bodice and do the finishing touches to complete this thrift fix.
Overall, I'm pretty pleased with the top. I like the color that it turned out, and I like that the embroidery around the neckline didn't take the dye, so it helps it pop out, which with the cream on cream embroidery action was not happening. The one thing that I am kind of disappointed on is the way the dye took the evenness of the dye. At the bottom of the hem there are some blotches, and then on the sleeves there are some blotches where the dye didn't either penetrate to, or I don't know what happened. I think I will re-dye this, but I'll save it for another time I'm going to be dyeing stuff green because I don't want to go buy a whole bottle of dye and waste it on one garment. So I'll go thrifting again and get some more thrifted items to do another dye bath. Now to my dyed vintage corduroys. I could not be more pleased with how the dye took to this. With the corduroy being more of a yellow cream, I wasn't sure how the green was going to dye over that yellow, and it's like this pretty emerald color. I'm definitely going to be wearing these in the fall and through the winter. I think it would be really cute with like a red Christmas top. 10 out of 10 would definitely do this dye bath again. I spent really less than 20 minutes on it, and I should have did that 20 minutes like last year. I'm gonna wear the crap out of these cool corduroys. I'm so excited. There's not much. Like, if you're afraid of buying the pants that are too short, hemming is really not that hard. 20 minutes, you'll be so happy. I'm so excited to style these for the fall and the winter because I forgot how comfortable a pair of overalls are. I need to hunt down some more overalls to wear because I just want to live all day, every day in a pair of overalls.
I was so thrilled about this orange thrifty fix that I had to go out in my garden with my dog to do some much needed picking of my waning summer vegetables. I feel like the perfect autumnal cottage witch in this dress. All is missing is the perfect magical straw witch hat. I honestly did not know how this remake was going to turn out with all of that original shirring. Although not perfect, it'll get much more wear now than it did in its original state because I no longer look like I am 4 months pregnant in it. Thank you for visiting me and Eli in my garden, and double thank you for watching this video. I hope it inspires you to take something you have in your closet and remake it into something you love. Bye!